need to wash my ass. And by the way, I'm going out tonight. Make the whole place shimmer. Welcome, we're gonna talk about sex, baby. I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorite shower products. Cleanser for the face. Body wash for the bod. Shampoo and conditioner for the hair. Also, this is imperative to my shower routine. I know. Howdy, how y'all doing? Welcome. I'm showered now and I'm feeling fresh as a daisy. I went over on my Instagram, which I will always leave my Instagram handle link down below and here on the screen for you. You should go follow me on Instagram. It's like more, what is it, real time? Hold on, I gotta rub this moisturizer in. So we're gonna get ready today. We're gonna get ready. I'm gonna put my makeup on with you guys. I'm just gonna, it's not like a makeup tutorial. I have no friggin' clue what I'm doing. I don't sell makeup. I just have tried a million things in my life and I like it that way. Anyway, I'm gonna put my makeup on because I got places to go. And I went over on my Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me questions. And I'm pretty sure I said like, don't hold back, because I do want to answer juicy questions. And honestly, I just want to talk. Let's chat. 95, I'll say, not 99, but 95% of the questions weren't even about Mounjaro. It was about sex. You dirty dogs. Ew. Okay, let's talk about it. I feel like it's not talked about enough. And why is it taboo? I'm happily married. I'm not always happily married, but I'm happily married. And I've been with my husband 11 years and I've been every size other than tiny. But I've been plus size and, you know, doing the damn thing for a long time. Oh my gosh. How old am I? Oh my gosh, yeah. We've been doing the damn thing for 15 years. I've been sexually active. Oh my gosh, are you talking about this, Lauren? Mom, if you're watching, click off. Before we get started into the next part of this video, since we are discussing bedroom activities, and I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be gross or have no couth, as you know, fancy folks would say. We're just gonna talk about like being plus size and getting down with the get down, and like if it's different now that I'm smaller, and even after John lost weight, we're gonna talk about it. But before we talk about it, since we're talking about beds, we're gonna talk about Helix one more time. And if you don't know what Helix is a mattress that is delivered straight to your door. It's so easy to set up. It's easy, it's honestly, it seems too good to be true, but it's absolutely not. We've been sleeping on our Helix mattress for 3 years, and all you have to do is go online, take the sleep quiz, and it is gonna match you with a mattress that's best suited for you. But the thing that I love the most about Helix and that stood out to me is their Helix Plus mattress that is made specifically for plus size people. John and I have been sleeping on the Helix Plus, even though we are in separate bedrooms. We both sleep on the Helix Plus for 3 years, and our back pain is significantly better. I don't get that shoulder pain from sleeping on my side because I'm a side sleeper. If you want to try it out, you can sleep on it for 100 nights, and if you don't love it, send it back. So you get a 100 night sleep trial, so you can sleep on it for 100 nights, decide if you love it or not. I can almost guarantee you will, but that's just coming from me. As a user of the bed that I absolutely love, as long as you take that sleep quiz and you get the mattress that is gonna be good for you, you're gonna be good, girl, like, and boys. You're gonna be good. They also have a 10-year warranty on their mattresses because it is a big purchase. I know buying a mattress can seem like, oh my gosh, like it's scary because you're gonna sleep on it and it affects your life, because sleep affects every aspect of your life. And your bed, you want your bed to be a place where you're comfortable, where you can cuddle and everything can be nice and relaxing and get a good night's rest. And our Helix Plus does that for us 1000%. We absolutely love our mattress, and they also have financing options. So if it is too big of a purchase and you're like, I don't know, financing is great. We finance a lot of things. In this economy, having a financing option is so nice. So remember, you can sleep on this bed for 100 nights to decide for sure if you love it, and if you don't, you can send it back. Don't forget, the month of April, you can save 25% off of your Helix mattress and 2 free pillows by going to helixsleep.com/LaurenBrazee. That is only for the month of April. You have a couple more days left. So if you've decided like, hey, I've watched this girl talk about these beds for so long, maybe now's the time to jump in. I would say this would be the month that I would purchase your mattress. If you guys want to do it for the month of April, remember you go to helixsleep.com/LaurenBrazee and you will get 25% off this month. And as always, if you are watching this video in a whole different time, you can always go to helixsleep.com/LaurenBrazee for 20% off your order and 2 free pillows. Do with that information what you will. I got a question on Instagram. I'll post it right here. I got several questions. I'm basically saying, how is mom click out of this video? I don't think she'll watch it. But how is having sexual relations with my husband now that I am significantly lighter than I was, let's say, a year ago? Well, let's see. Significantly better on my end. And I don't say this because you can have a great, healthy life, sex life. Hold on, my battery is gonna die. I'm gonna have to do this on my phone. This is so annoying. I'm so sorry. But what I was saying is, you can have great, you know, you can have great relationship at any size. I don't feel like that is a determining factor, but I'm just speaking for how I feel myself. I feel significantly more able to do what I want. I feel more willing to participate because I'm not tired just from existing all day long. I feel good. I think it's also because I exercise a lot too. I'm sure like blood pumping and flowing and the endorphins, those also jazz you up on life. So overall, I would say John's living his very best life most of the time. Also, I'm using the It Cosmetics CC cream. It has 50 SPF in it, and I love an SPF like foundation. What was I saying? Oh, we're talking about sex. Yeah, it's gotten a lot better. I'm just way more into it because I'm not so tired, like I said, from doing life. And I don't know if this is my shade. I would say my whole view on my husband's love language is physical touch, as is a lot of men, because I don't know, men are men. Women just, most women I should say, don't function the same way men do as far as needing that to feel loved. But when I was like basically 400 pounds, I just wasn't, in being a mother and just everything I was doing in life as far as just existing was really hard. So I had basically no sex drive. And to be honest with you, when I started taking Paxil, because that is something also that affects things, is like medication, and you know, especially antidepressants, they're pretty much infamous for making you never want to do anything ever again. But yes, I would say it's definitely gotten easier to just be more active. And the thing is, as a young adult, I was in 2 relationships prior to John. I have been having sex as a big girl since I was 18 years old. Oh my gosh, we're really getting into it, but I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I feel like it's so natural to talk about, and not enough people talk about it. Especially, I don't know anybody who talks about it who's of size. And dating when I was plus size, and this annoys me, but dating when I was plus size and I was smaller than the size I am right now, and I always felt so self-conscious, and I think I felt like I had to be more sexual for the men in my life to stick around, or to feel like that's the only way that I could possibly, somebody could love me, is if I was, you know, a little over the top that way. Not like in public over the top, like I wasn't just walking around being a big fat shit, but like I just felt like that was the only way I could maintain like a relationship or like be wanted by a man, was to be overly like giving. That's a nice way to put it. Then I got out of my last relationship before John, and I went through a period of celibacy. It was brief because I met John and we fell in love quickly and got pregnant within like a month and a half. So like, you see how this story plays out, you know what I mean? But I've been with John for 11 years. And that is something our relationship has always been pretty good with, is that intimacy. The intimacy part of our relationship has always been pretty good. He'd probably say different because he's a man, and if it's not like all the time, it's not enough. Y'all better sound off down in the comment section, because I'm not scared to talk about this stuff, because I feel like it's just not talked about enough. And I've been happily, that phase of my life has been over for so long that I can own it. You know what I mean? Like, I can own it. That's like the last thing on this channel I haven't owned, is that I was a sexual being prior to being married. Isn't that nuts? Crazy. So crazy. But I've really experienced having dated plus size. I've, you know, been this size my entire life sexually. And I'm so, like, John, I feel like really made me feel good and comfortable with my size. But it took many, many, many years of no lights on. I'm not comfortable like that. I mean, I remember I never had sex fully naked ever in my life until I was like married for 5 years. I'm not even kidding you. Like, or with the lights on. Like, I had a tank top on like the whole time, every time. And looking back on that now, it's so crazy to me to think that I was ever that self-conscious, because I wish I could talk to 20-year-old Lauren and be like, this is the best you're ever gonna look. Take your freaking clothes off. You know what I mean? If you're this far into it, ain't no man gonna be like, no thanks. You know what I mean? That's my advice. If you're young and dating, make sure always to be safe, number one. I feel like that is something that we should all, you know, talk about. My doctor has a podcast. I will link it down below. I love it. It's called Girl Boss and the Gay. And I love that she talks about, like, they just talk and it's their rapport, because her number two in the office, like her assistant, like, he's her number two. They have a podcast together, and she was talking, even in her podcast, she's seen a huge uptick in like sexually transmitted diseases and stuff like that in the last year or two. So just be super safe. I don't know what age you are watching this, if you're my age, if you're older than me, if you're younger than me, if you're married, if you're gay, you're straight, trans, lesbian, bi, I don't care, but we're all doing it. You know what I mean? Most of us are doing it, and just be safe doing it. Like, losing weight is really fantastic and I feel really great. But like the boobs changing thing is kind of messed with my way I've seen myself my entire life. And I think it all has to do, I was talking to my therapist about this. It all has to stem back to growing up plus size, trying to, you know, I've always wanted a husband and I've always wanted the American dream, like, kids. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom since I was a child. Like, my earliest memories are me playing with baby dolls and mothering. I loved to be a mother, and I always was just looking for like the perfect man. And dating was a nightmare. I never found the perfect man until I found John. Thankfully, we worked out great, and he happened to be like one of the best men ever. Thank you, Jesus. But dating for me was a freaking nightmare. I had horrible exes. Now, like, looking back on it, I'm like, I shouldn't say horrible exes. I had horrible past relationships. Horrible. And it all always seemed to circle around sex. And I felt like that was the only way I was worthy. And I think my boobs were my way of feeling confident. Actually, I can say I know my boobs were my way of feeling confident, because I had giant knockers and I was just like, well, if you're fat, at least you got big boobs. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of stuff that I've like worked through over this weight loss period, and just being married in general, and being so confident and comfortable in my skin now that John has. And I'm not saying I needed a man to make me feel better, but I needed to be loved by the right man to make me feel 100% myself and confident in my skin, in my body, in my sexuality, and how I feel, like, in feeling sexy. And John has done that for me since day one, from when I met him at 250 pounds to when I was 400 pounds. He always treated me the same, but things weren't always the same because of my limitations in the bedroom, because there are some. When you're that big, there are limitations. You can only do so much. I'm a pretty bendy gal, but you know what I mean? It can get a little weird. So I know that was a lot of mumbo jumbo talk, but I'm interested. You have to sound off down in the comments with me, because I cannot have this conversation alone or it gets a little weird. Okay? If you are plus size and you're open to talking about sexuality or talking about intimacy in the bedroom, and you've maybe experienced rapid weight loss or had weight loss, are things different with your partner? Are things different? And like dating, please tell me I was not alone in this whole dating space. Maybe I'm just a big fat hoe and I'm like 1 in a billion, and you guys can add that to the list of things that Lauren Brazee is. Lauren's a big fat hoe. Maybe that is it. But I know for me, I was searching for validation and searching for love. I was looking for love. I just wanted to be loved. And I thought that was the only way as a big woman that I could be loved, was to give so much of myself to the wrong people. Lesson learned. Would never give that advice. And honestly, I feel like in this day and age, maybe it's different. I haven't dated in so long, I really don't know. But I feel like it's gotta be at least a little different, because 2009, that shit was hard. It was rough. Maybe it's even worse now, I don't know. So if you're single and big, how's that going for you? I really am interested to hear that. How's it going? If you're single and you're a bigger person, and you're dating, you're actively dating or trying to find the love of your life, you know, we're all out here looking for love at the end of the day. You can say you're not, but you are. Let me know how that's going. Is it better than it was in 2009, or is it way worse? Now I'm starting to think it could be potentially way worse. By the way, I saw Teresa Caputo live a couple nights ago, and it was iconic. Absolutely iconic. It was amazing. Hell of a show. Let me know down in the comment section. Let me know I'm not alone. Let's have the hard conversations. Let's talk about stuff like that, because maybe this conversation will make somebody feel a little bit better. I wish people were having these conversations around me when I was 19 years old, 20 years old. I really wish people were having these conversations, because I just felt so alone and just so dirty. And just like I wasn't ever good enough. I think that is what I really felt. I just never felt quite good enough. Unless I was doing just, I want to know. Sound off down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.